Hey guys, it's Mike here. Today we're going to talk about how to create passive income. And in fact, I'm going to walk you through all the steps and possible solutions in order to generate cash pipelines. And let me give you an introduction. So when we work, throughout our lives and we start making money, and as we gain more experience in our jobs and get better at it, so our pay scale goes, up, and then we can afford better things, better cars, better houses, and things like that. But here's the problem with that pattern. That pattern basically follows you. If you stop working, the money that's coming in, it's gonna also stop coming in. So you are the cash machine, and that's not a bad thing, right? But if you are only depending on your basically job, you always have this worry with you that, okay, what if I lose my job? So there are concerns with that pattern, but our income goes up to a certain point, and we kind of hit the ceiling that our salary doesn't go above a certain level as soon as we hit it. So that's a point that you kind of start thinking about, okay, I need more money, I need basically income stream, and how to build those income streams. So I'm going to give you a few tips. Hopefully they're going to help you achieve your financial independent goals. All right, so the first thing that you need to understand, guys, is you have to stop borrowing. Let me go back. You have to stop borrowing. When you borrow money, basically you are putting yourself in a bad situation. You are committing to an interest that you could save in your bank account and invest in something that can bring more money in. If you're driving a expensive car and you're paying monthly, it's not paid off, and you're paying monthly fees for it, you're paying a lot of interest. You are basically wasting a lot of monthly money that could be spent in a better way. So get rid of that expensive car, right? Drive a normal car that that does the job for now, until you build that cash pipeline, and let that cash machine pay for that expensive car, not you. All right, so let me make sure you understand this, guys. Borrowing is the worst thing if you don't have a business plan. If you're not going to build money with that money that you're borrowing, with that interest that you're paying, it's a bad financial decision. Stop borrowing. That's the first thing. I understand if you want to buy a house, you need to get mortgage. That's a separate story. That's probably the only thing in your life should be financed at the starting point, but later on you can come up with a better way. As you generate more passive income, you should be able to also pay off your house. So but if you are paying for monthly subscription fees for different streaming online streaming services, cut those out and keep the money. And I'm going to tell you give you some advices, and so you can use them in order to achieve your financial goals. So borrowing is the worst thing if you're not making money with that money. All right, let's get started. If you are looking for very, very high return, that comes with a lot of risk. I hope this makes sense. So higher return means higher risk. Lower return means lower risk. And we all understand this. If you're putting your money in a bank, that's a low risk, return. But you're not going to get that much return for your money. But if you start a business and you don't know if it's going to be successful or not, of course you're putting your money, at a lot of risk. But of course, if you make it, it's going to return a lot of money back. So the first thing you need to know, you need to identify how much passive income you need in order to keep your lifestyle without you working, and basically kind of get rid of this rat race. Instead of working around the clock, your system, your machine that you are about to create, it's going to create enough money that you can maintain your lifestyle. So the first thing you can do is you can look at real estate. If you have some saving, you can take a look at like small apartments, like starter apartments that couples might be able to afford. First, safest investment, if you have some money saved, it's real estate. Of course, real estate comes with some expenses, as far as property tax, maintenance, something goes wrong, things like that, insurance. So those are the expenses. But at the end of the day, like average market, you're gonna end up having probably around maybe 4% return for your money 3 to 4% after all, you know, the expenses, everything. Because some people say, oh no, it's going to return more, but no, the actual money after all those expenses and tax will be around probably 3 to 4%. That's a very safe investment, since real estate, of course, you know, there's going to be some you know, ups and downs, since, you know, one of them was like 2008 recession. Yes, that happened. A lot of real estate values went down, but in normal pattern, usually real estate does, you know, well. So if you have some money, you can get loan and invest your money in real estate, and your money grows because most likely the value of your real estate is going to go up. If you do not have enough money to buy real estate, what you can do, you can put some money in money market accounts or high yield saving accounts, right? You can look up online. There's a lot of banks, they offer, you know, reasonable return for the money that you're just putting in a bank and you're not basically using it. So that's a safer investment, but of course it's going to be a lower return, maybe around 1 to 2% for your money. So we talked about real estate. That's a good solid investment because you borrow money, right? And the borrowed money, the growth of that borrowed money will be for you, right? So let's say you go get a house, I don't know, apartment for 100 grand, right? And that 100 grand, if you put 10 grand or 20 grand for down payment and you get 90,000 from the bank, and after 3 years, if you sell that for 130 grand, right, whatever, at 120 grand, that value that you created, it's for you. It's not for the bank, because you're only responsible for the loan amount, right? So you can actually make money by buying real estate, and after a while you can convert it to a bigger one and bigger one and bigger one, or you can have a multiple apartments that can basically generate passive income. So the second one was putting your money in money market account or high yield savings. And of course, the highest one, if you're looking for a lot of return, usually starts with 8%. If you're looking for 8%, 7-8% return, of course you have to invest in a business. But there's a lot of options for that. You can buy a business that has cash flow, and you can look at the financial if actually leaves some money on the table. If not, then you can just move on to the next one. You can find a lot of online businesses. There's actually a website called flippa.com. I'm not sponsored by them, but people basically build websites, and they have like AdSense program, advertising, and then basically, you know, you maintain that website, or you hire someone on all these, you know, virtual assistant websites for very cheap amount to, you know, maintain the website. You add material and content, and you basically maintain the website cash pipeline. So you put some investment, you bid on a website, you can buy an online website if you're a technical guy, and you can maintain it and earn money. So look for online websites that they are not that expensive. You can start with, I don't know, $500 to $2,000 and not more than that, and see if this model works for you. It probably will work, because if the website has traffic, most likely it's going to generate more money. One other solution is basically peer-to-peer lending. So there's a lot of apps, applications, and routes that you can lend money to people and get return on it, or like a lending clubs that you can lend money and earn some more money. But of course, the most you know, profitable route is to create a business. And why is that? Because when you generate value for people, when you give them something useful, people are going to pay you, you know, a lot of money. So think about something that you can build, you can offer, which I'm going to tell you, you know, all the things that I've learned shortly, to generate business. That's the best way I think you can take. So Josh Kaufman, actually, I read his book, awesome book. It's called Personal MBA. Look at all the businesses. They follow one of these patterns, right? 99% of the businesses. The first one is actually they offer a product. Well, if you can create a product, that's probably, you know, one of the best ways to earn passive income. If you cannot provide product, you can offer your services. If you are, you know, if you have expertise in one field, let's say you're a networking guy or you're a programmer, you can actually go and offer your services for exchange to, you know, in exchange for money. The next one is actually shared resources. If you want to create a business that, you know, offers some shared resources like gym, membership, This is something, you have the equipment, people walk in and they use your equipment and pay you for that. The next one is actually subscription. So you can create a service that basically people pay subscription for your service, which is, a common model, and you get paid on a monthly basis. All you need to know, you need to do, is to basically figure out what the cost is and how to maintain that business and keep making money. The next one is insurance. A lot of companies or a lot of people offer insurance solutions, and that's one way of making money. Reseller, you can buy things and you can resell them. Let's say you buy a computer equipment and then you resell them for a profit on your website, but you figure out a way so you keep your costs down so you can actually make some profit. So another one is agency. You're an agency. You basically connect people to people. Let's say you are in I don't know, real estate agency, or you are a business basically deal maker. You find people that they're interested in some product and you connect them and you get a percentage. That's another way of making money. Or you have an audience. Let's say you have an audience. You go to a conference, you talk about it, you basically promote something for a group of people that they're interested in that topic. And as I said, if you have a capital, you can join lending clubs. You can basically give people some loan and then charge them for the basically the money. That money again costs something. One last thing is actually to lease your equipment. Let's say you have something you don't use, you can lease it for a specific amount of time and make money. If you look at all the businesses, they all fit in the model. So 10, 12 pattern. You need to figure out a way, one of these basically paths that I just told you, and see if you can create something with it. And always, you don't have to come up with the crazy idea and for the first time, and you don't have to be the first person, because that's going to be most likely super expensive to start and hard to achieve your goal. So follow something that actually works, right? Look at the people, what they do, and they figure out a way to, let's say, buy something and sell it for more money, right? That's very simple. That's your goal. And that way you can create different cash pipelines. But remember, stop borrowing. When you stop borrowing, you can save more money. You can keep money from your paycheck so you can invest it in something that can bring more money, right? Over time, when you create more passive income stream, you get to a point in life that you have, let's say, 5 income stream that they can maintain your lifestyle, right? And the value of those things like real estate will keep just growing on a daily basis, and you can maintain your lifestyle. So that cash machine that you generated with your paycheck basically will be an engine for the rest of your life and will provide for you and your family. And of course, that cash machine can pay for expensive car, can pay for your private jet, can pay for your travel, for everything. Let that cash machine to pay for your expensive car, not you. So invest in your paycheck. From your paycheck, invest money in creating value and creating passive income. Stock market, of course, and bonds are another option, but of course they're risky. So remember, high yield saving accounts, real estate, creating a business, stock and bonds, and lending clubs are the way to create cash pipelines. So I hope this video was useful. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.